Module 1, B in Action Research. Zane Warnken, AEP 803. My personal demographics. Oops, sorry. I live in beautiful western Montana, Corvallis, Montana. This is down below in about my yard. We're very active, like to any sports, tennis mainly, hiking, camping, traveling. Can't travel much anymore, but that's what we like to do. I've been married 25 years in June. My daughter Emmy is going to go to grad school here at the University of Montana, so he gets to come back after undergrad. And my son is in Phoenix at Grand Canyon University. Professionally, this is my last class to take, so I have to just finish this and then my online stuff, my hours. So going to the University of Montana, 21 years of teaching in math, PE. I was athletic director, head boys basketball coach right now. I've taught in Taiwan, Korea, Montana, and then also in California. So I've seen a lot of the world, and it's been fantastic. What is action research? So I love this from Arnold when he states, action research is a type of inquiry that is practical, as it involves making changes to practice, theoretical, as it informed by theory and can generate new insight, and concerned with change and improvement. I mean, what else do you want when you do any type of research? There are 4 basic elements evident in the definition and description of action research. They are empowerment of participants, both the student and the teacher, the collaboration through participation. Collaboration is so vital, as we've seen as we get going in this profession, definitely. It has the acquisition of knowledge, and then it changes what you're doing. And that's so important in anything in education. What's the purpose? Well, the purpose is very straightforward. It can help answer questions you have about the effectiveness of specific instructional strategies, the performance of students, and just in classroom management techniques, because those are very important, especially nowadays. The ongoing process that is useful to create master teachers is a practical and reflective in their practices. I mean, we can create master teachers using research, especially something that is what we can do in our classroom. There's nothing better than that. The 4 main types are individual teacher research, collaborative action research, school-wide action research, and district-wide action research. So depending on the question that is asked, depending on how many people are going to be involved. So it can be as little as just your room and 1 student, or your room and your whole class, all the way down to the district trying to create research on what is working and what needs to be done to be better. What is the goals? Action research is about bringing about an improvement in the social situation through participations in cycles of planning, acting, observing, and reflecting, thereby creating possibilities for change and transformation. You can't beat that. The goals include evaluating outcomes, enhancing student achievement, and improving educational practices. We can get the teachers and the students to do better, to be more successful, to learn better, to teach better. What else do we want? What are the main steps? Action research is a cycle of inquiry and reflection. That's basically what it is. But you're going to have data through the action that you're studying. During the process, you determine where you are, where you want to be, and how you're going to get there. In general terms, a cycle follows these steps. Identify the problem and envision success. Develop a plan of action. Collect data. Analyze the data and form conclusions. Modify your theory and repeat the cycle. Report the results. What is the difference between action research and traditional? Well, traditional is the organized systematic search for answers to the question we ask. Might consist of a lot of reading, writing papers. Maybe the scientific method is a common thing that you think of. Where action research dissolves the barriers between the participant and the researcher. Sometimes researchers are off on afar and kind of just observing, where now we're involving everybody. We're actively participating in what's going on. What are the common problems? Results are rarely conclusive. Sometimes more questions will need to be asked. Results may or may not be immediate, and that's hard. And it's challenging to balance the instruction with the research plan and analysis, because there's just a very high time constraint in teaching, because there's so much to do. So observation reflections may throw up new questions to answer, and therefore Another cycle of exploration and action may start again. The more we learn, the more curious we may become. So it's just not, you're just not going to get a result that you might want right away. And that's kind of difficult, especially for me as a math B type brain and I like to see results and go from A to B. How could action research help improve my teaching? I think understand the process and the cycle. It helped me dig deeper into my profession, allow me to become a better educator. Hopefully a master teacher. I feel like I'm a very good teacher, but I think we can always grow in what we're doing. I think finding the questions that need to be answered and researching them out in my classroom will create a better understanding for my students and myself. So I think that's something that needs to be done, is just know those questions that need to be asked. What does the research say about the success of action research and the impact on student learning? I think mainly the students become better at participation and engagement. And what else can you want? I mean, the more kids are involved and engaged in what we're doing, the better they're going to be. The more they're going to learn, and the more successful they're going to be. And I like this. Teachers become more reflective and they change their practice. I think sometimes we get stuck in what we're doing. And I think sometimes we beat ourselves up when lessons don't go well. We need to reflect on what we're doing, have some reasons on why we need to change, or why this is working or why this isn't working. And with the research through the action and answering that question through the cycle would be very beneficial, and is very beneficial for teachers that use this. My thoughts, personal, professional use thoughts, misgivings. I like the process, but the success is not always available. Also, the time necessary can be daunting. I think I like to find answers for what I'm doing, and just finding answers for more questions is sometimes difficult. We do use some of these techniques, but I think the idea of using the cycle and answering that direct question would be very important to make teachers become better at their profession, because we need to be better all the time. We have not used action research in our school, more traditional, but never any action. It's much different because a lot of times when we research, we will do more like data analysis or something like that. And it's not involving everybody. It's just kind of looking as afar instead of looking within. And I think you can see other people say this will be important, but if you do it yourself, you're going to be much more successful at what you're doing. I believe it does match and support the components of the standards that we're talking about. Component 1.2, action research starts with that question. And it leads improvement process that includes data use, of course, design, implement, and evaluation. Component 4.1, action research uses a systematic process to develop, evaluate, and implement high-quality tech-rich curricular programs. The more you use it, the better you can get at that. Component 4.2, action research helps develop and implement high-quality and equitable academic and non-instruction. Component 4.3, action research promotes the development and implement of formal and informal cultural responses. And 4.4, action research leads to collaboration. So that's what we want. We can get some collaboration through this. The standards, I definitely think it correlates, as I stated in the slide before. It promotes teacher growth and student success. Is it relevant? I believe it is. As a leader, we can find ways to help our teachers grow, to help our students become more successful. And this is definitely a tool that can be used if it's handled right and it's given clear instructions for teachers and not just one more thing they have to do. My reflection, I have not used action research. I have just done basic research or maybe parts of what we're doing, but as such a difficult profession, anything that can be used to promote teacher success will be important. So I think it's definitely a very important tool that can be implemented to help teachers, not just give them something else to do, but really make it an ongoing process, because we know that professional development is an ongoing process that needs to continue. And this is something that could be very well used in that process of whatever question you're trying to answer to make your teachers and your school more successful. And then I have the references of the ones that I use. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation.